Have you ever wondered exactly how softball came to be? Well, today in this speech, I'm going to explain exactly how and where, basics of softball, and why girls play today. Well, softball originated from a football game. Who would have known, right? A Harvard and Yale football game. Yale got declared winner. An excited fan decided to throw his boxing glove at a Harvard fan. Well, the Harvard fan hit it with a broomstick. As people were in shock, others wanted to play. As a man jokingly says play ball, they made it a real thing, so they could. This country club decided to devise its own rules and make it a league. Over the years, a lot of things changed, the way it's played and the name. Well, the name itself changed a lot. It went from diamond ball to indoor baseball to kitten ball, mush ball, and even pumpkin ball. It wasn't until 1930 that softball was its original name. Back in the day, they played with a 16-inch ball, which is a fairly large ball, bigger than the one I play with now. But also then, they didn't have gloves. I bet that hurt. To not play with gloves and trying to stop a line drive, that's not fun. It wasn't until 1996 that softball became a big deal when it was on the roster for Summer Olympics. Of course, that's a huge deal. To be a sport, to make it into the Olympics, not even a sport that was just originated back way when, that's amazing. Now, the basics. There's always going to be basic players. Like in baseball, they have the same exact fielding. Except when you're younger, they do have one more extra outfielder. There's the pitcher and the catcher. That's part of the infield. The rest of the infield is a first baseman, a second baseman, shortstop, and third baseman. Those will always stay the same. You won't have extra players there. Whereas in outfield, it can change between ages. From T-ball to kid pitch, those are like ages from 4 to 7. The fielders change. From 7 to on, you play with 3 outfielders. The bases are shorter than baseball. The pitching is shorter than baseball. We usually play on only dirt. So it is very different. It's a very faster paced game. There's a lot of roles on the field and off. There's also coaches and girls in the dugout. The girls in the dugout usually have to be the biggest cheerleaders. And you always have to be a great teammate, no matter whether you're playing or not. And it usually always helps when there's a runner on, when they yell and let the players on the field make sure they know exactly what's going on. Even though it's a player's job to know exactly what's going on. Softball. Us girls wanted softball because boys already had baseball. Why did they get 2 sports? I mean, guys still do play. Some play for fun, some play seriously. But mostly, girls play. A lot of girls started very young to play on high-level teams to someday play collegiately, like me. A lot of girls dedicate their time and effort to play softball, travel the world. A lot of people travel the United States and even out of the United States to play softball because that's what they truly love. Softball is a great sport, and a lot of people do spend a lot of time and money to make sure that they are going to get a good education at a big school and even want to play big and be known. Of course, not everybody makes it, but it is a great sport to play. There's a lot of difference in it, and there's a lot of things that change between baseball and softball. And a lot have changed since, it originated. Going from being a big joke at a Yale and Harvard game to a big sport, not only being in the Olympics, to one of the big top nation sports, not even just in the U.S., but around the world. To impact all kinds of people. To impact a lot of girls, mostly, in their lives to play something just like baseball. From guys to mostly girls playing, knowing exactly what goes on and where it goes where. And to understanding where this amazing sport came from. And exactly knowing the basics to who plays and to how plays. Getting to understand such an amazing sport in many ways than just knowing how to play. The history of softball, a top sport to many, and to all around the world. softball itself has become one of the top nation sports. And how could it not, right? History of softball does still keep going. A lot of things still could change, but from then to now, how it has originated to a great sport. I'm Jalen Reyes, and I really hope you liked learning about the history of softball.